You know, you're just a hater. Am I? Define the term hater for me in specific words. You know, you just don't understand the music. I probably understand it a lot better than you do. How are you going to criticize music that you don't like? He or she said while they criticized me, oh my God, get a real job and stop living in your mom's basement. Can we agree that this is the most tired insult of ever? The living in your mom's basement meme needs to fucking die. At this point, over 70% of the Western world lives in their mom's fucking basement, so we'll just drop it. And no, for the record, it's not my mom's basement, it's my grandma's. Thank you very much. Hey guys, it's Mike with Become the Night. Welcome back to another reaction video. I wasn't expecting to ever do this, but I had a lot more people than I anticipated asking me to do a reaction to this, and it's coming up on Christmas time, and I have a lot of videos to do in a very short period of time to release for you while I'm on vacation. And I looked through it and I was like, oh yeah, this needs a proper snob treatment. So the Fine Brothers had the college kids, the most woke demographic, had them react to the Billboard's Hot 10 or Hot 100, top 10 throughout the 2018. I don't fucking know. Needless to say, it was a fucking mess. Let's get into it.
Cardi, yeah.
Fucking kill me. For those of you who are familiar with what happens when I react to pop music, yeah, you're gonna hear me say this a lot. I already did an entire video on this beautiful, absolutely stunning piece of fecal sculpture. For anyone who's watching who might actually be a fan of Cardi B, fecal means shit. I had said in that video that I anticipated this song would go nowhere. I was wrong. I will fully admit that I am wrong, but I will also say that, dear God, music taste in the world has declined substantially.
She is so good. I'm so glad that she popped off.
Good at what? What specifically is she good at? Music? What about music? What specific musical talent does she possess that she is good at? Rapping? I will grant her that she can say some words pretty quickly tied together that are able to be understood by the human ear. I'll grant her that. But if we want to talk about the contents of those words, it's fucking trash. Please, I challenge you. Tell me what musical ability she fucking possesses that makes her so good. I want it so bad. Specific terms.
Ooh. This track was fire.
This track was fire. Fire. This track was so good. So original. It's almost like nobody ever made a song that sounded like this before, except for that whole part where they sampled a song that was already established in the Latin American community. And all of the rapping sucked dick. Although, even in my original video, there is one part that I actually said, like, okay, musically, very pleasing to me. It's where they do the half-step decline thing. Go watch the original video. For those of you who are fans of Cardi B, a half-step is a musical term that means that we're going down one note. I'm just gonna pretend like you know what a note is.
This is hard, because Cardi B's a queen. She deserves #1.
Queen of what? Queen of fucking what? All these fucking people who digest all of this shit on a regular basis keep using these very broad terms to describe the people that they love. They never get specific about it. That's why I do what I fucking do. A queen. What is she a queen of? What makes her so fucking great besides the fact that you happen to like it? You liking it, and a lot of other people liking it, does not make it good. Is she a queen of making things that a lot of people this year enjoyed listening to? Yes, that is a demonstrable fact. Is she a queen of music? Fuck no. Is she a queen of rap?
I think that ranks.
I like it. I'm gonna put I like it at a 7.
I'm gonna put it at #2. I really want to.
I'm gonna skip through all this ranking shit, because honestly, no one cares.
Post Malone, man. Post Malone, man.
I like how they both used the words Post Malone, man, and then had nothing to say immediately following it. Let me guess, I'm supposed to fill in the blanks and read your mind that you were going to say next, he's so good. Man, what a great way of describing Post Malone. He's so good. What makes Post Malone good? In my humble opinion, I don't actually hate Post Malone. I definitely do not love Post Malone. This specific song, I think sucks. Most of his popular hits, I am not as big of a fan of. Some of his quote-unquote deeper cuts, I think are better. What makes Post Malone good is that he is very relatable, and he makes beats that actually use real samples, and I will assume he actually plays some of the instruments in those samples. That and his extraordinarily dark vibes that come out of the beats that are made for him, I will assume. They're extremely verb heavy. They are very... It's drug induced. It's definitely drug induced. You can hear all of the shit he puts into his system when he makes these songs. I think his ability to translate that is actually somewhat admirable. I don't condone it, but I mean, that takes talent.
He's so sick.
Oh, my bad. It's not he's so good, it's he's so sick. Fuck me, I was wrong.
I think I at least know his name. Post Malone. I know that much.
Alright, fuck that guy. However, I will fully admit, I actually really like this song a lot. Does that make me a hypocrite? No. This is no high work of art. This is nothing great. I just happen to like the song a lot. Now, I know there's a lot of fans of pop music who would use that same argument back at me. Hashtag not all pop music fans. But let's be honest, the majority of people who consume this shit on a regular basis are the people that I am concerned about, not the exception to this rule. I'm just going to let this lovely lady speak following this, and we'll have our answer right here.
Better now. Better now. Oh, it's the same person. I was like, that sounds like the same exact beat. For like,
What's that?
that sounds like the same exact beat.
I'm sorry, my eyes aren't bleeding yet. One more time.
Same exact beat. Same exact beat.
This song is actually one of my favorites by him.
This is absolutely my favorite song by Post Malone. Granted, that's not saying a whole lot.
Of course, Dre wouldn't be a top 10 list without Drake on it. These are all really good songs. We had a pretty good year for him.
I'm not gonna let him finish that sentence, because I know what he's gonna say, and he's wrong. It's not that 2018 was the worst year for music. However, this is not an example of that in the fucking least.
I love Drake, man. I love Drake, bro. I'm so...
Why? Why do you love Drake? Specific reasons. I want them in the comments below. I know there are a lot of people who love Drake. I have yet to hear a specific explanation as to why. I can give you musical definitions as to why I like Dream Theater. I can give you words that explain the emotions that I feel and what's happening to my brain and my heart while I listen to people like Willie Nelson. Because as far as I can tell, every track, mumble, bullshit beat.
Drake literally kills it on every single track. It's actually insane.
Okay, couple things. One, yes, this song was extremely dominant this year. I have no fucking clue why. It's what about this song draws you to it? What? To me, it sounds like any other generic fucking pop rap trap. I know that Drake isn't full-on rap. There's a whole debate there. I mean, you can say it's singable, but I mean, the melody sucks dick. Again, we go back to the mumble thing. And the beat is, honestly, I think it's mundane. I will not speak to the message of the song because, as far as I understand it, I've watched through the music video once, and he's doing a bunch of good things for people, and you know what? Good on him. I will give him props for that. My opinion on Drake's music has nothing to do with him as a human being. But musically, it feels devoid of emotion. If you stripped all of the lyrics out and you replaced his vocal with an instrument that sounded similar to a human voice but wasn't saying any words, would it be as good to you?
Another Drake one. Yes, Drake killing the game.
I literally had nothing to say of value because I've said it all before. Because, ladies,
That sounds like the same exact beat.
For like 5 seconds, I thought that was the same song.
And as per usual, I need another drink.
This is Kylie Jenner's boyfriend, right?
No one cares.
This was one of the most creative music videos of 2018.
I will give him that. A lot of times when I try to pick out videos to react to, I try to go to the YouTube trending tab because I know that there's at least a certain segment of you that likes seeing me shit all over pop music because you think it's funny and cathartic. This was a candidate that did not make it through, and specifically because I didn't have a whole lot to say about it that I hadn't said before. But I did watch the music video, and I will say the actual editing and the way that they produced and wrote the music video, very good. It was actually very creative. I had not seen anything like it before, and it's very engaging, very much so. Visually very appealing. Keep in mind, I'm speaking strictly to the video.
Y'all in too deep, play for keeps, don't play for weeks.
So good.
Someone had asked me in either yesterday's video or next week's video, when is an album overproduced? When you can't reproduce it live, that starts to become an issue. It's not 100% an issue if you can't reproduce all of it live, but it starts to get to a point where, when are humans actually gonna start making this music?
I don't care if you think it's pop trash, it's my type of trash.
At least he's self-aware. It's like when Grace Helbig was on Something's Burning with Bert Kreischer. She was on there and she was talking about how her taste in TV shows and the stuff that she watches is fucking awful. And she acknowledges that it's awful, but she still enjoys it anyway. I'm okay with that. If you know that what you're listening to or watching is sucky, but you enjoy it, fuck it. That means that you know that there is something better out there, and you're open to listening to it, and you're open to learning something. That's all positive in my book. Or maybe you won't, and that's fine too. But at least you're not holding this up as like, oh my gosh, this is the king, the queen, the greatest, the whatever. Like, fuck, no.
This song has gotten to the point where it annoys me so much.
I just fell in love with that girl.
This is one of those poppy trash songs that when I say radio music, I think of.
150 fucking %. I don't agree with that guy on a lot of things. We just bonded so hard right now.
Radio music is impressing me right now.
Radio music is impressing me right now.
Maroon 5.
Maroon fucking 5. Adam Levine. Oh, such a fucking class act. You know, it's great when you hear from multiple people that he was a douchebag. I don't just mean from newspapers or hearing him talk on a regular basis, because Lord knows that's easy to tell. But I mean actual people who got to meet him. Speaking of Adam Levine being a douche, here's a beautiful artist rendering of him that happens to be on my new merch. One of you asked for me to be in an anime rendering destroying or beating up a bunch of inferior musicians, which made me laugh when I got that request. So here's the closest thing to it. That's Adam Levine, Taylor Swift, and Gucci Mane. Seriously, the artist who did this is a fan and also a patron, and it was fucking awesome, man. Link for the merch will be in the description below. It comes in a bunch of shirts, hoodies, and also, believe it or not, leggings. You want to be the coolest, hottest, most metal girl at the show? Get your ass some fucking leggings. And please follow the artist Dandelion Jones on Instagram. Links for that will be in the description as well.
It's so weird when you see like really big artists collab, because it's like you just like don't see them as like living in the same world, you know?
Los Angeles is such a small town, I guess. Who would have thought that two people in the, I'm going to use this term loosely, elite of the music industry would know each other?
Now that you've watched through all of these, we're going to give you a chance to make some changes. Let us know when you're locked, and remember, you get 2 points for every answer you get exactly.
All right, no one cares. Seriously, if anyone watching this actually gives a percentage of a fuck about the order that any of these songs came in, why are you watching this at this point?
Number 6 is Better Now by Post Malone.
No, wait, I got 1 point.
All right, the one thing I will say, I'm a little shocked that Better Now is on this list at all. The fact that it's at number 6, slightly surprising to me, especially considering that Rockstar seemed to be the one that was being pushed the most. I feel like Better Now was kind of like the organic follow-up that was like, yeah, no, this is a better song. Whoever was in charge of trying to pick who is promoting these singles got it wrong. Either way, I digress.
I had no faith in Maroon 5.
Finally, something we can agree upon.
They're kind of like our A class right now. And a lot of people are like, oh, music.
A class of what? If you say pop, that's not A class. That's A class of selling things. We're talking about music. Music is not business. They are two separate things. They can come together and do some very interesting stuff, a la the video I just watched. But musically, A class, music, business, music. What in music makes them A fucking class?
These are like really good songs. Like, I'm not ashamed to have this list right now.
The world is ending. The fact that we have a bunch of young people who all kind of agree that we are not ashamed to have this list right now is shameful. Have I been condescending to pop music fans in this video? Absolutely, 100% intentionally. If you want to give me shit about it, please, in the comments below. I want nothing but all the ire you can bring. By the way, ire, for those of you who are fans of Cardi B, means hate. Why am I making this video? 1, easy views. 2, because my fans asked me to. 3, more specifically, why I took this approach to this video. This is not representative of all college kids. These are a specifically picked group of kids who are trendy and in the know. Ho, ho, ho. I have a lot of people who ask me for advice on things just randomly here and there, messaging me and things, and I can't get to all of them. A lot of them are college kids. A lot of them feel awkward about things. A lot of them feel alienated from the rest of society because of shit like this. They can't relate to it, and to be honest, it's probably a good thing that they can't relate to it, because at the absolute core of it, it's meaningless and fucking hollow. Even a lot of these songs that have quote-unquote positive messages philosophically suck. They're logically incoherent. You cannot have a proper philosophy without a strong logic as your foundation. For fans of Cardi B, think of logic as concrete and think of your philosophy as the building that you put it on. Cardi B has no concrete and arguably has no building. She has a TP at best, but I'll give her this, it's a world-class TP. Yes, do I do this for myself? Absolutely, I definitely do. I get some enjoyment out of talking a bunch of shit, but I didn't have to do this video, and to be 100% honest, I didn't necessarily want to do this video. But I know that some of you actually can connect when I do this. And for those of you who are watching who are pop music fans, who are wondering why I'm such a dick, it's because I'm speaking for the people who don't speak. It's because there are a bunch of people who feel alienated by the dead, dull bullshit that is pushed out there as amazing. Things that take really next to no talent. Oh my God. People talk about a lot how government is really inefficient and full of people that are just fucking stupid. Hollywood and pop music and big media is absolutely the same. You're being bamboozled, for God's sake. And that's why there's such a disconnect with a lot of regular ass fucking people who don't just follow a trend. We start to question if there's something wrong with us because we don't understand it, but we have what we would imagine as somewhat of a normal grasp of the world. I'm speaking for those people. And you can pour your ire, again, for Cardi B fans, that's hate. You can pour your ire on me. Bring it all. I'll fucking take it. I'll wear the goddamn mud. But at least more people have a voice than they did before. And if you can't accept that, get fucked. This has been Mike, the Music Snob. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you in the next video.